Hey, welcome to another episode of Whose Man's Is This? All right, you got myself, your man Guap, all the way from a 305. We got my man Ryman in the building, and we got my man Cap. All right, like I said, we back. We got a little episode, a little something different. We haven't done this before, so we gonna go ahead and run this thing and let y'all see what we got in store for y'all today. Okay, the episode today is about dating in 2025. All the aspects of dating, how what the dating life is right now. That includes the dating apps, using dating apps, as compared to going out and actually meeting people. But today we have a special guest with us today. We have a young lady by the name of Ashley. You know what I'm saying? Single young lady that's out there exploring the dating scene, doing her thing. She's gonna be with us today to give her perspective on what she thinks and what she sees out there in the dating world when going out and meeting people or using them dating apps. So Ashley, how you doing today?
I'm good, and you?
Good, 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 good. She's joining us. Like I said, we got my man Cap. What's up, Cap?
Ain't nothing, man. Just trying to see what's going on out here when you swipe right or swipe wrong, man. Dating in 2025. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bonus episode. Just some conversations we've been trying to have lately. And we finally was able to get somebody to join to give us the female perspective, they side, and somebody to come in and give us something different. So let's get to it.
All right. Well, first off, before we do that, man, we got to introduce my man Ryan. We can't leave Ryan out over here. Mr. Fritz across his hands. What's up, Ryan?
Hey man, listen. Tomorrow football's back, baby. But let's get it.
Lord, Ohio State. All right,
The
man.
Ohio
So
State, man, get it right.
the
Damn.
Ohio. I'm sorry, my bad. Excuse me, brother. The Ohio State. I stand corrected.
Yeah, fuck
Man, on
Green
no
Bay.
disrespect. Meat is meat. Pause.
Oh yeah, that too. Fuck Green Bay. God damn it.
All right. So, Ashley, how you doing today?
I'm great.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So, as a single young lady out here in this dating world, man, we all, we want to get your perspective on the dating world right now. What's going on out there? Like I said, I know, using the dating apps. I don't know if you use the dating apps. We're gonna get into all of that. But first and foremost, man, give us a little, spiel about yourself.
Okay, I'm Ashley. I'm from Miami, Florida. I'm 39 with a 3-year-old child, and I'm divorced. And yeah, dating dating is hard these days. It's not like how it was back in 2019, I think. Around 2019, I had a good run in 2019. That's when I was separated.
So
I was
you had a good,
separated and
since you
I had
had
a
a
good
good
run.
run.
I had a good run. And then yeah, when I came back on the scene in 2023 after my divorce, it was downhill from there. I don't know.
Why do you say it's downhill? What do you mean by downhill? Downhill in what aspect?
I just feel like a lot of guys these, especially here in Miami. I don't know about in other cities, but here in Miami, I don't feel like they want to be serious. Like people just want to quick little rip and dip and that's it. Like they just want to have fun. Nobody wants to be nobody wants to be tied down these days.
I never heard of rip and dip.
Yeah, rip
Yeah,
and dip.
that's
Hit
wild.
and run.
That's
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 some
the
good
lingo. That's
lingo. I
some of the
might have to,
lingo down
yeah, I
here.
might have to
I mean,
steal
I
that
ain't
one.
rip and
Right,
dip,
I'm
but
not still that.
you know, like yeah, a lot of guys just want fuck buddies. Like nobody's trying to be serious, and I I mean, when it comes to marriage, right now I'm kind of like, I don't know because of what I've been through in the past. I don't know how I feel about getting married again, but I do want something serious. Like even if it's a life partner, I want something serious. I don't want to just be out here just dating just for fun. Like I want something serious. I'm not sure if it's marriage yet, but I know I want something pretty serious. And I don't think a lot of guys want that these days. And then the ones that do are not it's not the ones that I want. It's not the ones that are my type. So
Oh, so you just picky, huh? Huh?
I'm not that picky because I've actually been lately I've been going for people that are not my usual type because I'm like, oh hey, maybe I'm dating the wrong one, so let me try something different. And even then, still not been working out.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
just
let me
joking when I say picky, but everybody got to have a certain standard. So go ahead, Cap.
yeah, I just want to piggyback on some of the things she was saying. I think the whole like thing with the fairy tale, as you grow up, you have to be married by a certain age, and they want you to have kids by a certain age. I think as we getting older in generations, kind of that's kind of like out the windows. A lot of people these days, they want more of what kind of like you were saying, just somebody who's like kind of like a lifetime partner. They don't want the commitment to where if something goes wrong, they can leave and don't have to worry about all the legal aspect of everything. Because even out here, when I first came out to Austin, it seemed like that too. It seemed majority of everybody just kind of wanted to just do their own thing. They wanted to like kind of be together, but not be together. Maybe it'd be fun time for a little bit, and then if it growing to something else, it can. But they really wasn't seeking nothing too serious because of life goals or what they're trying to do in their career and things like that. But that's just not where we are right now when people want to settle down. I mean, some people still have those values, but it's few and far in between, especially with the younger crowd. Um, I think that's all I want to piggyback on with that one. Uh, and then, oh yeah, one more thing is, especially when it comes to relationships nowadays, you always have a list of things that you want in a person, but then sometimes that person may not have everything on your list, but you have to think of the most important things that that person may have on the list, and then the other things maybe you can, I ain't gonna say teach them, but that stuff can be taught in the relationship.
Hmm.
They may not be the most attractive, but they have all the rest of their shit together. You know what I'm saying? So you just have to pick and choose. And I think when it comes to dating, a lot of people kind of get that part fucked up because they're so worried about what that person doesn't have on their list than what that person
So,
actually have.
so they checking all the boxes. You mean?
Yeah, but they checking all the wrong boxes. You know
Red
what I'm saying?
flags.
Yeah, and I
Right.
wouldn't. I don't like the term teaching somebody
Yeah, that's what I
because
said. I don't
at
like
our
the yeah.
age, at our age, you shouldn't have to teach a male or female how to act in a relationship or how to be a certain way. You know what I'm saying?
What?
It's you.
No.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that because I don't know if I want to use the word taught, but at the same time, you don't know the way we growing up now. These kids is growing up and just individuals growing up. Man, you'll find out a lot of people ain't taught these kind of values that you want, and sometimes you have to. What you don't know, and sometimes you have to teach that person what you like because if that person doesn't know what you like, how you expect them to know?
Well, that's
And
different.
then
That's
it
different.
it's not a difference. It's the same.
Teaching somebody what you like and teaching somebody values is two different things.
It's not. It really isn't.
People have different values though too,
Yeah.
and that's one thing that if you want to get in a relationship, that both are going to have to come to the table with, hey, my values are this, your values are this. Let's meet somewhere in the middle. Um, I got a lot of insight with this because my wife I have now, we just got married. Y'all know this. Um, we met on Hinge, right? So, and my last girl that I was dating, my ex, we met on Hinge. I've been on these websites, these apps since oof, how old am I?
So
39.
explain,
Since probably
explain what
my
Hinge
mid
is.
20s.
Explain what
So
Hinge
Hinge,
is.
so Hinge is it's a dating app, and they have a lot of them out there. I mean, I've been on. If you name them, I've probably been on them. I've been on. So the first one I started on was farmersonly.com because I was fucking around. But I was in New Mexico. There ain't shit out there, right? So I was just like, I was drunk, and my dude was like, "Yo, go on farmersonly.com, see what happens." A lot of big white girls. That's what happens. Holy shit. Then I went to Korea, right? I went to Korea, and so the farmers only. I didn't really do anything with that. I was just messing around. Then there was plenty of fish, which oh my god, plenty of fish is awful. Like it was always like hoodlum chicks. I'm cool. I don't need a tattoo face chick coming up to me. And then I went to Korea, and then that's when Tinder was popping. This is back in 2015, and this is before Tinder, what it is now, and I'll get to that. But it has always been a hookup joint. I don't care what no one says. Now I know some people that met off Tinder, and good for them. But I've always been part of some girls' hot girl summer, and that's the one thing. Like, so actually, you stated that boys, these men, boys, or whatever, don't want to be serious. And females don't want to be serious either. You know how many times they be like, "I want a serious relationship," and then next thing you know, I'm just here to fun. I'm like, all right, well, just be honest from the get go. That's all I need to know. Don't mess around. If you want to be honest, just like listen. If you just be honest with me, that gives me, that tells me what kind of energy I need to give towards this. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? That way, I'm not just trying to put everything into this because, oh wait, kind of find out you're not trying to be serious. You just trying to fuck. Cool, just let me know, right? I'm a dude. I'm down. Let's go. And then I got on. You know, I did what was it? Blacks. What's the black one?
Black
Black
People Meet.
Planet.
Like
I think it's
there's
Black People
different
Meet.
ones. There's different ones. I did the Latino one too. The Latino one too. I did the there's another one that has like a green, it's like a white arrow. My sister told me about this one because she's also on these apps as well. And
Yeah, you be on the apps heavy, boy.
man, I'll be on these
Shit,
apps.
yeah. Well,
Dang.
dang.
He
Look,
going hard on that.
Hey,
I
he got a
was paying for
he got a
them.
whole page on his phone with just apps for dating apps.
Yeah, it's a little blocked out. Well, not no more. She didn't hear that. No, no. But no, they're I used to pay for some of the subscriptions on some of these because I found out that they actually work, right? You know what I'm saying? Oh, Facebook had an app. Matter of fact,
Mm.
I met I met my wife on the Facebook one. Like we liked each other, right? But then she didn't respond or whatever. But I was on hands and I saw her. I said, "Yo, that's her again." I'm gonna be persistent. Hey, here we are, right? So, um, there's a good and bad thing with these apps, man. But I think it's just me personally. I'm not a game speaker. Like I can't speak game. I'm not gonna go to some random broad at the bar or whatever. And truth be told, a lot of the girls that or ladies that I mess around with in person, that I met in person, is because I worked with them. So I just whittled away, I guess, at the wood blocks. But um, I guess just keep on trying. Now you in Miami, that might be a little bit different because Miami motherfuckers be thirsty down there.
But what's your perspective actually on the dating apps? What kind of what have you seen?
So I was on Hinge too. I don't do Tinder because I know that Tinder is just for hooking up. I've tried Tinder, and when I was on there, everybody was just, yeah, they just wanted to hook up. So I was like, okay, that's not me. So I had to get off that one. I was on Hinge and Bumble,
Bumble,
and
yep.
yeah, Bumble is the one where the girls have to talk first. So, anyways, on the dating apps, I just felt like this time around, I felt like it was a waste because I feel like the men want to be chased nowadays. Like they're not doing the chasing. We have to chase them. Like all the conversations that I was having with the guys, I felt like I had to initiate everything. I had to keep the conversation going, asking questions, and I'm just like, come on now, like, are you interested or not? Because you're the one that liked my photo first, and then I went ahead, like you came looking for me first.
Look, look, Ashley, I'm gonna tell you what they doing because I done this. This is what they doing. They liking everybody. They just swiping and seeing who's gonna hit.
And then when it came time to, like, I gave my number to some people and we're talking off a hinge. And when it came time to like going on dates, I had niggas canceling on me, talking about, oh, I'm busy with work and this and that. Like I had a guy, we are supposed to go out bowling one day. He canceled. He said his baby mama was gonna be late, so he had to cancel. We're gonna try again the next day. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm at work. I get a text the next day. I'm sorry, I got caught up at work. I'm not gonna be able to go out tonight. I think I should just not date right now because I'm too busy. I'm like, okay, thumbs up, whatever. Why are y'all getting on these apps and wasting people's time if you're not ready to date? If you're too busy and all this stuff, why are you even on there in the first place? And then I had somebody else recently. We supposed to hang out, supposed to go to dinner. I text him, we still on for tomorrow? No response. I'm like, damn, what happened? Actually, it's the guy that I went out with on Wednesday night when you asked
Oh,
someone.
this that dude you went out with?
We actually ended up going out because we didn't talk for like a few weeks, and then randomly he pops up back on my Instagram liking photos and in my DMs, and then I guess he felt like, okay, I'm gonna try this again, and this time we went out and he was cool. But like for me, I just feel like, I mean, the only reason why I got on the dating apps in the first place is because I have a child, and sometimes it is hard for me to get out. So that's why I was even on the apps in the first place. I'm like, okay, since I don't really go out, let me see if I can meet people. But lately, like I've been trying to make more time to do stuff and, go out and meet people. And that's why I deleted the apps because I feel like me meeting somebody in person is better for me. Because once they see my personality and they see how I am, they'll see like, oh damn, like she's a cool chick. That's why I hate the apps because all that texting back and forth, you can't tell my personality through text. And I'm the type that likes to talk on the phone. I don't want to text. I want to
You
talk.
don't never.
Me too.
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask you. You don't call because every time I at least try to call, like have the phone conversations before we meet because the text is one thing. I can talk all sweet nothings in your ear through a text, but
Exactly.
and the phone is different.
No, but a lot of guys don't want to. A lot of guys be like, "Oh, I'd rather text." I don't like all that. I don't want to sit on the phone and text all day. I'm moving around. I'm working. I don't have time to sit here and text. Like I'm constantly moving around, so I need to be on the phone. But a lot of people don't like to talk on the phone.
Yeah, you in the text writing LL Cool J lyrics.
Hey,
And
let
then
me.
another thing too, there was a lot of catfish on Hinge. There was a lot of fake profiles
mm.
talking about they were what they do with the money, what is that Bitcoin stuff? Like a lot of them
Oh
day
yeah,
trading.
yeah.
A lot of their professions were day trading, and
Uh,
I was like, okay, yeah. So I was entertaining these, even though I knew, I'm like, oh, I know they're probably fake. And then when it came time, like, oh, what's your number? Oh, I don't have a phone number. I can give you my WhatsApp, and it's some weird number. I'm like, nah, I know you're a fake page. So my I used to do, I used to
Man over
tell them,
there in Zimbabwe.
okay, I used to tell
right.
them, like, we need to
Nigerian
FaceTime.
Prince.
That was my way of finding out if they're real or not. I had to FaceTime before I went on a date because I was like, nah, you ain't
Yeah.
going showing up and it's somebody else. So I used to tell them like, oh, let's FaceTime. And when they would act funny, like, oh no, I don't have a camera, I don't have this and that. Nah, I'm good.
It's
Hey,
funny you said. Go ahead, Kat.
go ahead, go ahead.
It's funny you say FaceTime. So I actually got. I don't know what you even call this. So this is on Tinder, and I was talking to this lady. I think she was like Eastern European or whatever. This is when I was in Europe, and she's like, I was like, yeah, hey, let's talk on FaceTime. It wasn't really FaceTime, but let's talk on the camera or whatever. So okay, so we go in there, and then next thing you know, she's like, hey, I might have to start charging you if we're gonna be on this camera. So she was trying to do the strip joint, the video strip joints through Tinder. I was like, yo, what's going what's
That's
going on? What? And then
Sending
I
you that
get
Cash App link.
yeah, and I get a bunch of I used to get one of the things I used to get from Tinder too was a bunch of bots, right? And they'll be like, hey, my name is Stephanie, da 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 da. And then, and you can tell the more you ask questions, the more that like this is a fucking bot. Like and you can see it because it was repeat, repeat. They'd be saying the same thing. You're like, oh, get the fuck out.
That's crazy. My thing is, my question to you all is: do you think that the reason why? I mean, I know the kind of like the tides have turned, if you want to say, but do you think men are reluctant to go on dates because of all the things that you see on social media, all of those uh date things where the guy takes out and then the woman tries to get like her kids all the bills, or they go on a date and the girl is asking for all of this stuff and then they leave, then they act like uninterested in, because you've seen those clips on Instagram and stuff of those horror stories of guys trying to take a woman out on a date and stuff like that. So I wonder, does that kind of sometimes play in it, or is it that people just don't know how to freaking go on dates no more because everybody's with the Netflix and chill type shit, or is just, man, let's go grab a drink or some shit, like nobody's really putting any effort into like how to court a woman to take somebody out on a date. Which one do y'all think?
Let me let me answer that real quick. So for me, I've never been on a dating app. I've never done the dating app thing. I haven't been in the dating game in a while anyway. But even when I was dating, I never did a dating app thing. I was always, Ashley tell you, I was out in the streets. Shoot, we was hanging out together a lot of times back in the day. That was my rollout partner right there. And would meet people, man, and just at first it was like I wouldn't even approach females like that. I was kind of like Ryan. I wasn't the type to like approach a female. Maybe if we catch eye contact or something like that, and then then I might, step to them something like that. But it was never me just chasing chicks like that. It was never my thing. But I was never like a one liner type person. I just talk and just try to be myself. But down here, and this I speak, solely in Miami, man. A lot, you get a lot of women that be about dollar, man. They want to know, oh,
Mm-hmm.
what kind of car you drive, what kind of
Yeah.
job you got. Then that's they thing, And I understand, when you're in a relationship, you want to be on even playing fields. That's hopefully not, a lot of times it's not always going to be like that. You might be a female that makes more than you, or vice versa. But you want a person that that's kind of established too. But some of these women down here, they just be on. They want you to be balling out of control. And so it's kind of crazy, man. But yeah, the
Hey,
dating app
Bishop, not
thing
to
is.
cut you off real quick. I think, but that's what I was saying. I think that's why a lot of dudes don't take a lot of the women serious because of that. That's what I'm saying, man. It's out here and it's happening more than more than the other. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
But when I was dating and gone on dates, I never had. But like I said, I was careful about who I chose to go out with. It wasn't all the. I did date one female that was kind of on that. You know who I'm talking about. You both know who I'm talking about.
Jason, you know who
Both
was
know
I'm
I'm talking about. Was on that, materialistic kind of, breadish type stuff. But that's back when I was on that type of stuff too, though. So you trying to impress a chick and all that, and you're spending money that you don't have, or you have it, then you're losing it because you're out here
Man,
trying
your
to,
ass going broke.
you know what I mean? But other than that, with that person going out with other people, I've never had a problem with a woman trying to go to a restaurant and order all the expensive shit on the menu or something like that, or be on that nonsense. It's always been just cool, we go, so that's just been my experience. But for the dating app thing, I was never into the dating app. I just didn't think I needed to, because I knew I had enough confidence in myself to actually, I shouldn't say confidence. I
I'm
was
like,
able to
damn.
go out and just talk to people. You know what I'm saying? I preferred to do the face to face thing.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
know people was catfishing and all that stuff, so that wasn't for me.
yeah. Who else want to answer that question? Question.
It's not. I forget the question, but real quick, I think one of the good things about the dating app that I think is overlooked is you can broaden your scope. Because if I just go to the certain places I go to, doesn't mean I want to find someone that's going to meet my qualifications, right? When it's like a wider net when you use the apps themselves. I might not be on the other side of the city and hang out over there. There might be someone over there, that might be compatible to me. So I think that's one of the good things about that app. And then too, like I travel a lot, military. It's kind of hard to. It's not hard to meet people, but it's like when you're traveling and you're going from place to place. Sometimes, sometimes I was just on the app just so I have a travel buddy, especially like when I was in England and stuff in Europe and not Europe. I'm sorry, Korea. So I think that's some of the good things with the app. But what was the question again, Kat?
Just
About
about
the
you
being
know
scared?
being scared because of what you've seen on Instagram and social media about the horrors of dating, and then is it just people just don't know how to date or how to court a woman?
Um, I think courting a woman is different than what it used to be, right? So, um, I was never really scared to go out, but I like to meet people. I like to talk, right? So, that was never something that would scare me. As far as like interacting with people, I actually, when I was in England, drove 2 hours to meet somebody. Um,
I
yeah,
remember
I
that.
mean, it was so it wasn't like. Truth be told, nothing really happened. We actually kept in touch, and like she was telling me about different things I could do in England while I was there. And I drove another hour to meet some other people because I mean, I was wanting to get to know people, right? That was just my whole thing. That was so. If you scared because of some stupid ass post that people put on Instagram, man, you got a lot of other problems in your life, dog. That's how many things are on Instagram that will probably scare people. Jesus, get off Instagram. But nah, I just think people are just. I think this time of day and age, man, people just don't want to have a. I think commitment's hard, right? I mean, we all know that commitment's hard,
Yeah,
and that's one of those things that it's kind of like when you go to the gym, like going to the gym, right? Guap, you can speak to this, right? So going to the gym one time a week ain't that hard. But going to the gym consistently, it's hard. It's a lot of work. Commitment is hard. It's a lot of work. And people are scared of that. And I don't think everybody can do it. And I think that's we're starting to see that more and more. And maybe that's why they play around on these apps like this, because they don't want true commitment. Because true commitment can lead to heartbreak. And heartbreak sucks too. So maybe that's why a lot of people don't want to be serious about it, because it's not just the men, it's the females too. So
So what you think, Ashley? What's your take on it?
I think that nowadays, that men don't take the courting serious. They don't know how to court because I mean, why should somebody date me when there's another one over here giving it up easy? He don't have to put in the work. He getting it easy from this one. So I feel like some of these tricks, some of these girls are making it easy for the men. Like they don't have to put in any work or do anything to get the cuckoo, whatever. So that's why I feel like it's
Cuckoo.
they ain't got to put
whoa.
in no work.
What's up?
They meeting up and fucking the first night. Like why, why he
Yeah.
got to do all this and court me and do all that when he can get it from this one over here that's giving it up on day one. That's why I
And
feel like it's hard these days and why the guys aren't, being serious. I don't think it has nothing to do with the Instagram posts and, seeing those horror stories. I think it's that. Some girls are making it too easy for them. So why am I gonna put in work when I can get it easy from this one?
yeah, I agree. And that's another thing is it's the culture, as we alluded earlier, it's the culture and where we at right now. Cause man, everybody just out here having fun, man. And that's what I was saying. But with my story, I met Pound Cake on Tinder. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Yeah, that's what I met Pound Cake. I met Pound Cake on Tinder.
Miss Janet, you met Janet on Tinder?
Yeah, I met Janet on Tinder, man. Miss Jackson, if you nasty. You know what I mean? But Pound Cake, yeah, man, Pound Cake, I met her on Tinder. And, you know, because of what I was bringing to the table, I'm not going to lie. She'll tell you. I mean, Guap, she told you before, man. I put her through the test, man. Like, I take her to a nice restaurant and be like, order what you want just to see what she was going to order. And she would like ask me if it was something expensive, she would ask me first. If we go to the store, like they said, we just picking up some stuff, I would see if she would just put her stuff with mine and just for me to pay for it. Um, all the stuff, I would see if she would offer to pay for drinks sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I would just do little things just to see if she was just with me because of what I was bringing to the table. Because of my car and because of you know what I've accumulated through my time. So and she was passing the test, and I was like, okay, she's really for me because sometimes you go out, man, and these women, man, as soon as they seen the Jag, man, at the time, they was like, it was a wrap. That's exactly what they was on. And then, like you were saying, Guap, going to the bars and stuff, man. Sometimes you try to talk to a female, or like I just buy a female a drink and they be having the attitude like I'm want you to talk to me the whole night. But that's how guys be sometimes. Like they buy you a drink and they think that's they female for the night. You know what I'm saying? And then the other times, especially if some girls with they buddies, you trying to talk to one of the girls, oh nah, they
One
definitely chopping you up.
one
They
thing I've
they
never
definitely
done,
playing cock block.
one thing I've never done, like you see in these movies, I ain't never just buy no drink and send it to a chick table like, oh, I'm about to send this to
Me
her, and then
neither.
Yeah,
if we conversated and I'm like, oh yeah, then I'll buy you a drink. Actually, I've actually had more women buy me drinks than
same.
I've bought them, which is kind of crazy, but and I've had women send a drink to my table or something like that before too. But I was never on that. Hey, bartender, man, let me get send it over there to that young lady. No, I ain't do that. I got to
No,
conversate
like
with her.
only
I'm
time
too
I've only
selfish for
only,
that.
only time I've bought drinks for somebody is if like let's just say we all just waiting in line, or you like you said, we just in line waiting and conversating, and then if I'm before them, I just be like, hey, get what she drinking, and then I try to move on. But some they get an attitude like, nah, I don't need you to buy me a drink. Like, look, I ain't trying to cuff you down for the whole night. You know what I'm saying? I just
Good.
trying to
Save
be
me
nice.
money then, bitch.
Yeah, fuck it. Fuck it. Go spend that cash shit. I just
That's
trying to
more
be
drinks
nice
for
to you.
me, damn it.
Right. But, I mean, I said, man, it's just I think it's just more like what's going on, and then kind of to another topic too, man. Speaking on dating too, like the first impressions, man. The first impressions is it does do a lot, man. Because when you try to take somebody out on the date and they wearing like them, the yoga pants out, showing the ass, showing that moose knuckle and all that other shit, you already know what your mind is on. You trying to smash. You already know titties all
Meat
out. Then
is
they get
meat.
all mad. Meat is meat. Then they get all mad when that's what you own. But like this is how you coming out. Okay, you got the confidence and accept you for who you are, but it's like, man, you could kind of tone it down a little bit. Because if you're wearing that, what you think I'm gonna be on? I'm trying to, what you say, rip and split. That's what I'm trying to
Rip
be on.
and, rip
You know
and
what I'm
dip.
saying? Yeah,
Rip
rip
and
and
Rip
dip.
dip.
and
Yeah,
dip.
that's exactly what I'm trying to be on. So first
Mm.
impressions, I mean, just like a dude, sometimes you can't judge a book by its cover, but man, that first impression, you going on a date looking bummy as fuck. You like, man, you can't even put the effort in to kind of like to come hang out with me and shit. Like, I know this is maybe you, but fuck. Man, what y'all think about that shit?
Oh, I mean, when I went out on Wednesday night, I had a nice little tight, sexy dress with the cleavage out because I wanted to make a good
She
impression.
had the girls out.
I had the girls out. I came out looking good because I wanted him to be like, damn, like okay, she a baddie. And yeah, when he saw me, he was like, okay, yeah, you look good. And I want to go back on what you were saying about the whole restaurant thing and with your wife or whatever and ordering food. The place that he took me was a really expensive place because every time I go out, like I'm always looking at the menu before I get to the place because I don't want to get up in there and be all confused. So I like to look at things ahead of time. And when I saw the prices, I was like, oh my god, like this place is expensive. Like I don't know what to order because I don't want to do that to him. And my homegirl was like, nah, girl, fuck that. Like he picked the place, he knows.
Get that
He was
See
lucky
what I'm
like,
saying?
charm.
he picked it, so he knows, you know. I was like, no, I can't do that. She was like, girl, just order the steak. I'm like, I'm not ordering no steak because the cheapest steak was $62. The filet mignon. I'm like, I'm not ordering that. So I'm like, you know
And an
what?
appetizer.
Okay, she ordered that shit. We
Size.
paid.
That's a place where the size is separate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
$10,
Mm-hmm. You're
$10
right.
a side and shit, 20 a side and shit.
It was the cheapest meal was some grilled chicken that was like $42. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna order something in between. So I ordered some branzino that was like $56. And I ordered a side of mushrooms, which was 18.
Oh my
And my
God.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm a
$80
mushroom lover too. That's what I'm
for some
talking about.
roasted mushrooms
What I
and
get?
then two drinks, $24 each. So I
My
mean,
word.
I know. I was like, I could have done worse, but yeah, I think about stuff like that. Like I'm not trying to break nobody's pockets. Like if I want to order something expensive, I'm gonna do it on my own dime. Like I'm not gonna do that
Yeah.
to no man. Like it's messed up.
Yeah, because
And he
this
probably could have been testing me too. Who knows?
yeah, and he probably like, man, if you order that $80 steak you want to, I'm definitely ripping. But question, did he say something to you though? Like, did he like say, no, you could get what you want, or is you sure that's what you want? Or like was there, or you just ordered, he was like, all right, cool.
Yeah, he didn't say anything. I just ordered and he was like, okay. Like he's like, oh, you want anything else? Like even when she brought the dessert menu, like, oh, you want anything else? Like he was like, oh, I'm good. Like, and I looked, I'm like, nah, I'm good too. But no, he never said anything.
I mean,
He
truth be told, I'm with your friend. If he's taking you to an upper class restaurant like this,
He already know
he
what
know
the
what he
menu look
he
like.
already know what the prices are. He already know what he's doing. Especially if the cheapest meal is 40 something dollars.
No, no, he know what he getting himself into, but I'm telling you, man, sometimes that should be a test, bro. Cause
yeah.
But
like
there's no, but
if
it's
because I'm
hard to
pretty
test.
sure.
But hold on for a second. It's hard to test when you're in an expensive restaurant. Now, if you go to a middle class, middle even tier restaurant where it has a more variety of prices, that's one thing. But you go to a place that you have to pay for your sides and they don't come with it, brother. You already know you're gonna pay at least
No,
$100 for her meal alone.
not what I'm saying. I'm saying he probably already had a budget of what he thought the meal was going to be. Like if she would have ordered the steak, he probably was cool with that because he knew. But I'm just saying if she would have went in there like, man, let me get the steak. I want that shit butterfly.
Let me
I
get the
want that.
wagyu.
Yeah,
Hey,
I want the motherfucking lobster tail and shit.
do it.
Man,
Do
nah,
it.
man, he probably would have been like, okay, see, all
Yeah,
right.
but look, she already said, look, but you
But
talked
it's
to
a
this dude,
thing.
right?
What I'm saying.
Y'all haven't talked since, have y'all?
Yeah, we've been talking.
Okay.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
But
But
what I'm saying is, it's a thing
Hey,
when you being it's a thing like when you like going overboard. You know what I'm saying? And maybe he was trying to see if she was gonna go
I'm
overboard,
not
if she
saying
was gonna
order
step
everything
into it.
off the I'm not saying order everything off the menu.
I'm not
I'm
saying that
saying
either,
like
but I'm saying
but
certain.
I'm saying like if you gonna take this person to a restaurant that I would probably take someone that I'm more familiar with for like a not just a like a date night because we've been together for a long time. Because this sounds like a spot that you take someone to that you've been with for a while. It's a
Yeah,
classy joint, right? He was probably dressed up to the nines, all that shit. I'm not, and I'm just saying he knew what he's doing. Like, hey, shit,
well, me,
I'm ordering
let me
the
let me say two things. Number one,
souffle, all that shit.
Cap, I disagree with the budget
Caviar.
thing. I disagree with the budget thing because we done been to some pricey restaurants, man. We done been out, we done
but you
been
still
through it
have a
all.
budget.
But it's the thing though, when you go into a restaurant
Show
like
old
that,
ass up
you
budget.
can't really set no budget. When you already know meals is like $50 to $60 a pop, just the main course with the size 20 something dollars. I can't go say, I mean, I got a $300 budget. Let me go to this restaurant. Man, you
But
crazy
I'm
as
saying,
hell.
but what's wrong with that though? But seriously,
There's no
I'm just
Then don't
asking
go
you
to that
something
restaurant.
because if I go
number
to a nice
two.
restaurant, just like I was telling Ryan, I took pound cake to a steakhouse yesterday where they take you to the back, they show you the wagyu and shit. You get to see what cut you want.
Select your
Like
cut, yeah.
I already knew I was probably gonna spend anywhere
Cool. And I'm glad you brought that up,
250
Cat.
from 250 to about three some four, probably depending. She don't eat a lot, so I'm like probably it's gonna be around the $300 range, depending if we get drinks and shit. But what I'm saying is, you automatically going out with a budget. You ain't gonna go out there, even though if you, especially if he's trying to impress her, because if she's like, he already knows she's beautiful, right? So it's like, man, look, she probably got dudes knocking down her door. You know what I'm saying? So he trying to do some shit too to kind of like put him a step above the rest too. But at the same time, that don't mean he trying to break his bank.
Hold on. Let me finish my point. Number two, though, you gotta be careful with. Okay, we go on a date, first date. You want to make a good impression, but sometimes you can't be going out to no 5-star restaurants like that because
Thank
a
you.
lot of
I
times,
mean,
hold on,
I agree.
wait.
No, I
Because
agree.
sometimes women, they gonna think, okay, this is the standard. This is what we're working with. This is the standard.
Mhm.
This is what I expect. It can't be we going
Yeah.
to Capitol Grill
Thank you.
one night and then the next day we going to Applebee's.
Yeah,
She gonna be looking at you
yeah,
like, hold up,
no, but
man.
no,
Like, you know what
I
I'm
agree.
saying?
No, I agree. Because me personally, I would have picked. I would work my way up.
That's all I'm
You
saying,
know what I'm
Cat.
saying?
Because
I
you're
would
not
have worked
gonna.
my way up.
You just said that you took your wife to some wagyu steak place. You taking someone on the first date to some wagyu steak place?
Hell no.
That's it. That's
We
all I'm
ain't
really
going. We
saying.
But you
ain't
know
going
what?
to.
So he
I'm just
knows
saying.
what he's doing when he does that. That's all I'm
I
saying.
would take her to Perry's on lunch special, get that motherfucking pork chop.
That's a lunch special.
Hey,
She knows that it's a special.
But it's a
hey,
nice
hey,
It's
restaurant,
Ashley,
but
cheaper.
the pork
It's
chop
tell him,
is
cheaper
Ashley,
good.
we're
though.
going to Miami Spice.
Okay. We hitting up all the restaurants this month. Hmm.
Miami Spice, man, they have a thing down here every year. I'm not gonna keep on, this. Keep it real quick on this because it's off the subject. It's a thing they have every year where like all these, all the restaurants around, especially all the expensive ones,
Yeah.
they do a set menu where they have like all the like a lot of expensive stuff. They drop the price, even though it's smaller portions, but they drop the price so you can experience, you know, uh, this restaurant and that restaurant.
Oh.
It makes it make it budget friendly. It's
Oh.
not the full course meal.
The set price of like $60 for dinner.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what's
And they
up.
do this in one
Yeah.
spot?
No.
It's
All the
different restaurants. It's like
visiting
All
like a
restaurants.
website with the list of the restaurants
Yes,
that
they
are
do it, and you
what,
got some nice restaurants on there, some high
what
priced
time of year they
restaurants.
do this? We might have to take
It's
a
going on
trip.
right now.
from August and yeah, from August 1st until the 31st or like September 1st, something like that.
Nah,
Until
nah, we
August.
can't. We can't take a trip right now. She
But
pregnant.
of course, drinks are not included, but you get appetizer, entree, dessert for
Yeah,
sixty
that's
dollars for
perfect.
dinner and $45
$60? Shit.
$60 per person without the drinks included.
And you talking
It's
about a
better than
meal that could have
Applebee's.
you talking about a meal that it could have been like $200-$300. on a regular
Yeah.
on a regular night. So
Oh
yeah.
yeah, that's what's up.
Right.
Yeah,
But
that's
we
that's.
weren't doing no Miami Spice menu on Wednesday. We was doing the regular menu.
But
And you be,
yeah, I mean, but like I said, man, it could be a lot of different reasons. Like I said, I mean, me personally, but I mean, y'all in Miami, so maybe the thought process is a little bit different for dudes too. You know what I'm saying? So, or thinking a woman expected. I mean, I don't know, but me personally, sometimes you could just be you, and you could have did something more intimate to where it wasn't so crazy and kind of worked up to that. But I
Well,
mean,
Ashley, you lived in different states. You lived in D.C. and you lived in New York. So what was the difference in dating then? Well, I know in New York you weren't really dating because you was in a relationship, but you was in
So,
D.C.
but remember that was a long time ago. That was back in like 2014. Again, back then dating was different. So I was getting them, like this, especially because I was new. I was fresh meat out there, and no, it was just like in school, where like when you were the
Meat
new
is
person
meat.
at the school, and they're like, they're automatically like they on you. So that's how it was. Like I was a new person in the city, and they could hear when I would talk, like, oh, you're not from here. Like, where you from? And for some reason, everybody in DC loves Miami. So it was like as soon as I said I'm from Miami, oh, she from Miami. Oh, like I don't know, they just love that shit. So yeah, I mean, I was meeting a lot of guys out there. I had a good time. I had a good time in
no,
DC.
DC, I ain't gonna lie, DC is a
Why
good
you
place to meet people. Like
I
people,
I ain't out here smashing everybody. I'm just saying I was having a good time.
hey, ain't nothing wrong with that.
hey,
I
ain't
got
no we're having a good time.
I
But
got a
look,
Yeah.
DC, to be honest, it's a good place to meet because man, them happy hours, man, you can always meet people, man. That's like
A lot
a
of
city
professional.
where, yeah, exactly. That's a city where it's definitely good for meeting somebody. Cause man, you go out to them happy hours and shit, get the drinks, and then you can meet actually professional people like Ash was saying. Man,
A lot of
yeah,
black professionals.
let me
that
ask
part.
you a question, and this is get back more on a serious note. So when you're meeting people and dating now, like you said, you have a child, a 3-year-old child. So does that come into play in conversation when you're dating, and how do you think men feel about that? I mean, or if they have a child too, or if they don't have kids, even though we're old, it's not like you're 20 or 22 or 20 to 25 with a kid. You said your age 39, so I'll repeat it with a child. So which is usually a lot of people that age is more common to have kids. But how do you think these guys feel when it comes to that when you say you have a child, or do you even bring that up on the first date?
Yeah. On the dating app, it was on my page that I had a child, and if I meet somebody that is, I will. If they ask me, then I will tell them yes, I have a kid. I mean, that's not something that I hide, and if it's an issue, then I keep it moving. But nowadays, like I don't think I've run into anybody, maybe one person from the dating app that said he doesn't know how he feels about dating a woman with kids. And even though he said that, he still entertained me for a while. I don't know. And I kept asking him like, oh, like, why are you even talking to me? Like, why are you still talking to me if you don't really want to date women with kids? So I don't know. It was just a waste of time with that one. But anyway, yeah, I don't really have an issue with meeting guys and then them having an issue with my son. Like, that's not a problem for me because at this age, most people have kids already. So I haven't run
Yeah.
into that issue.
The reason why I asked that, hold on, you. I know you guys probably got something to say. I'm just gonna say this real quick. The reason why I asked that because I saw something, a video, they interviewing this guy, and he was talking about dating women with kids, and he was like, the only way he'll date a woman with a child is if the father is not in the child's life. Like if the dad is either passed away or locked up. That's the only way he's with it because he didn't want to deal with no baby daddy issues or nothing like that. So he was like, if I date a woman with a child, the daddy can't be in the kid's life, which I thought, man, that's some wild shit to say. But
That's
Mhm.
I
crazy.
mean, I kind of understand a little bit, except for when you somebody, the daddy got to be, deceased. That's kind of jacked up. But I get it too. You get a lot of, women that got these baby daddies, man, that just be stupid and off the chain and be acting crazy because another man's around their child or whatever. Thinking that,
Or not
they're going to be
that. Some of them still be messing with them. That's another
true,
reason why I
that
Yeah.
don't
too.
want to deal with that because they be acting like, no, we just co-parent, but
See, that's the
Meanwhile, he's
woman's
coming
fault. They got to
over
be
and
honest with that. They don't
And,
divulge
and
that.
and also too, a lot of men be getting fucked up over that, man. The girl be like, "Hey, we done," and then next thing you know, man, that dude come around and do some shit. Like that should be
yeah,
happening too.
that too.
And I do agree, man. You need to be upfront, like what you said, Guap. I mean, me personally, even when I was dating on the dating apps too, even when I was just dating, if I think that I was gonna talk to that person more than once and it was gonna be more than just, me ripping, then you know what I'm saying, I'm taking that word. What I'm saying?
Rip
I would
and
let
dip.
them know that yeah, rip and dip. I'm letting them know that I got kids, so they know it's better to be upfront with the shit than
Hmm.
y'all feeling each other. Then you drop that bomb, and then that person like, nah, this ain't what I want. So everybody's on the same accord because especially with her, I would imagine everybody that even when she's dating the people that she's dating now, it has to be some part of the whole process where she like, is this person going to be right to be in my child's life? Because you can't bring everybody into that child's life either and bringing men in and out. So she has to be very selective about who she brings around her son as well if they get to that point. And then is that person, do you think that person going to be like, oh, is a good fit for your lifestyle? So, or not gonna say lifestyle, but fit in your life. You know what I'm saying? So I
A lot,
think so.
honestly, like I prefer to meet someone that has kids already because they would understand. Like, okay, she has a child, she's busy. Like they understand because they have a kid and they're busy too. So
Right.
sometimes I prefer dating people that have one or two, no more than that, kids. And
So you don't want
also,
the dude that got like 5 kids.
no, my max is two, maybe three. That's pushing it, but I don't want nobody with more than two kids. And another reason why too I like dating with somebody with kids is because I don't think I want anymore. Like I don't want to be a baby mama again. I didn't plan on it this first time. Like I thought I was gonna get married, my family, boom, that's it. But no, I'm here. I'm a baby mama now, and I don't want to have a baby with somebody else and end up in the same situation. I don't want another kid. So I'm hoping that if somebody has a child that they wouldn't want any more kids either. So that's another conversation that comes up right away for me as well. Like when I meet somebody, like, I ask them like, how do you feel about kids? Like, do you want kids? Because I don't want any more. So
Yeah. But I do have a question with that though.
Hold on
So
real quick. I want to respond to what
go
you
ahead.
said earlier.
Oh, go ahead.
So I've actually found that I've been around a lot. So I've mainly only dated females with kids until my wife I have now. Now she's about to have a kid, but it is mine. It is mine. But the way I said that, it was
Well,
crazy,
we'll see when the baby come out.
motherfucker. You gonna pay for it then? But no, I've and yo, you would be surprised how many females are quick to let you be around their kids. Now, maybe they just felt safe around me. I don't know. I mean, I am the size of a fucking kid anyway. Um, yeah, you don't know my height. Yeah, I'm short as fuck. But but I've like literally gone on dates where the next date we went on, the next time we hang out, I'm hanging out with them and their kids. Maybe because A, they didn't have a choice because single parent. Hey, it's hard to get babysitters out here in these streets or other stuff like that. So I've been around where some females where they let me in comfortably real quick. That sounds awful. That sounds really bad coming out, but you know what I mean by that. Um, but also, what to pick about what Ashley said earlier, I've also got denied a lot because I didn't have no kids. I always get that you don't have no kids. There must be something wrong with you. Because I'm your age. I'm 39. I ain't got no kids. I will next year. But they always, oh, you don't have no kids. So much something wrong with you. No, I just made smart decisions and not fucked around with the wrong people. Um, so don't blame me for that, right? But I've had that look at like, hey, why don't you have no kids? Why or you never been married? Because I had one lady say she's not going to date me because I never been married. Like, oh, that's crazy. So you're looking for a person that's at least been divorced about at least once? That's crazy.
You want that
same.
baggage and that
I,
She don't
trauma.
I
want she don't
I
want the
like
new model. She want the used model, huh?
But right, you want to use, you want to beat up, you want to beat up. I mean, I've been in long relationships, but never got married. That wasn't because it was a commitment issue. Maybe that's because it was compatibility issue between the two of us. And the one was just distance. But yeah, I've had those kind of looks at me for the when it comes to dating.
I think sometimes when you've been through some stuff or like, having children or having been married and then divorced, sometimes you want somebody who's been through that same, so because they know what it's like, they kind of can understand some of the things that you're going through, especially mentally, and why you do think the things that you do. Also, I think when it comes to kids too, if speaking that you saying you might not want one, do you, if someone was to ask you, do you think you would change your mind? Like if we were to actually work out and get married, would you change your mind if that ever came up? You think you would do it?
I don't know. I mean, my coworkers always telling me like, "Oh, never say never. You never know. You might meet the I'm getting tongue tied. You might meet the right one, and maybe if I meet somebody that I fall in love with and like we get married, maybe I
Yeah.
don't know. But I have to have like really really strong feelings, and plus I'm almost 40. Like I
But I
don't.
say, you better hurry up.
I gotta hurry up.
You
Yeah.
better hurry up.
Yeah, I
Pay those
feel you. No, I
bills.
feel you
Like
on that. And that's why I was asking, because sometimes if especially if you do feel, have something going with a person who doesn't have kid, that may pop up, and it's like, even though if y'all may not ever have kids, it's like, don't ever just throw that out, because you just never know. You know what I'm saying? You never know what the future may bring. But at the same time, you know, but you know, as I know we're kind of going over a little bit, but I just want to ask everybody, I mean, or ask you, man, what's up with this T app? I know that I've been hearing a lot about it. I think my homeboy, Guap, my homeboy that you, I think he moved back to Miami actually. That you got the shoes from and
Randy.
shit. Yeah, Randis. He was like,
Yeah.
man, they got me on the T app, and I'm like, hell no, like, and I don't know if he was just joking
I
or he trying to promote his
mean,
music.
Randy,
Yeah,
Man, don't be putting this stuff out there now. Y'all see y'all on the T app
no,
now.
no, we're not
see,
the
man,
T app.
Randy a cool dude, man. But
No,
listen,
Randy, that's my
he,
man. But
he
I'm
a
just
cool
saying,
dude. But Randy got, he got long bread. He driving around in a Bentley and all this shit, and all that. So I
yeah. And
mean,
the thing is, is like conversations with him. It's like he don't even gotta like be playing games with chicks, just because of what he has. It attracts those females that want to be around him. So like, don't put me on a T app because you want to be over here and you mad that I wasn't really fooling with you in the beginning, because you have a lot of that going on too, like a woman mad that you didn't want to be with her and they put you on the T app because they mad that you didn't moved on. So have you or your friends or anybody that messed around with the T app just to kind of like do some background on somebody?
no, I've heard of that. I've seen it on Instagram, but I've never like looked at it. I don't even know. I don't know what that's about. I'm old head. I ain't got time for that. That's for them new little kids.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't
What
know.
for the
Sometimes them
audience
old heads be on there too, that T app.
that may not know, what is the T app?
The T app is just an app that is for women, and I guess you have to go through a screening process to even get on there, and then they will put guys on there that that they go out, that they have dated or went out on a date with, that is not serious about dating. I don't know, like, I just, from
let
what
me
I was
better
hearing,
explain it.
maybe you got it.
So
Yeah, go
I've
ahead,
never
because I
been on it,
don't.
but I know what it's about. I've seen the
Sure.
little gist. Nah,
We believe
trust
you.
me.
Guap has on that
What the hell would I need to
motherfucking
go on a
app.
T app for?
I don't know. I don't know
Nobody
what you
ain't
do
But
on
saying
your
you
off
going
time.
on it. Somebody
okay, but
didn't
what
put
it
your
is like,
fucking
okay, say in
profile on
Miami,
there.
say okay in Miami. So a chick meets a dude. So she meets a dude. She puts him out there on the T app in that city or in that area. It goes because it has by the area, and then whoever chicks that are on there, they see it, and if they've gone out with this dude, they can sit here and put comments and say, "Oh, nah, this nigga he a sucker," or this isn't that, or "No, he's a good dude," or whatever, whether it be positive or negative. It's region based. So if, like I said, Miami, somebody put this in Miami, they meet somebody, put a dude out there on the T app, and the females in that area that are in his area that maybe have gone out with him can sit there and comment and blow up his spot or say positive things. You know, that's how they try to find out what the dude is about.
You said positive things, so they can be like, yo, his rip and dip game is pretty good.
Well, that ain't positive. That right there is not positive, sir. But that's a good one. But that's a good one. I like that. I like
Bruh,
that.
you
I like
better
I
tell
like how you
Good
I like how you
Job.
use that.
Definitely hit
I like
him
how you
up.
use that.
He was waiting for that
Yeah,
I've been waiting.
he was waiting to plug that in there.
one. Hold on.
But yeah,
But that's what's up, though, man. I
yeah.
mean, anybody got any more questions for Ashley, man? By the way, just so y'all know, man, since I mean, if you haven't figured it out, Ashley, for the people out there in the world, Ashley is my sister, man. That's my road dog at me, and she'll tell you we used to rip and dip back. Well, I shouldn't say rip and dip, but we used to be out there in
Whoa,
them streets.
whoa, whoa.
We used to be we
Wait
used to
a
be out there.
minute.
No. We used to be out there in them streets back in the day, man. Listen,
Be ripping and running, okay?
ripping and running.
Ripping and
There
running,
you go.
not
Ripping
ripping
and
and
running. Let me
dipping, man.
rephrase. Let me rephrase that. Let me rephrase
Nigga
that
act
for
like we
y'all.
out here tag teaming, like we
I
gonna
know
rip
y'all,
and
y'all get in the car like y'all,
run.
man. You get in the car, go out talk some. Ask you knock it down, bro. You know I took care of him, bro.
We was in there tag teaming niggas and hoes.
Nah,
The
nah.
whole man.
Hey, let me rephrase that, man. You know, that was my running partner, man. We used to be out there hanging out. When I would go out, man, it would be me and my sister. We'd be out, man. And it used to be funny because, you know, we would go out. One of our little spots, man, was on the beach.
Fat
Back when South
Tuesday.
Beach was a little spot back then. Fat Tuesdays on the beach, man. Because they used to have a little club party there. And the dance floor would be about 10 feet, man, 10 by 20. But it would be packed. The music would be jumping, boy, and it'd be packed. I mean, and it was just live. And that was like one of our little spots. But it was always harder for her because dudes would think that I was her boyfriend. And I had to tell people, nah, man, that's my sister, man. Nah, you can
That
tell
makes
me
it
too.
worse. That makes
But I'm telling the truth. Am I lying, Ashley?
you're not
Nobody
lying.
ever wanted to talk to me because they thought that my man. Plus, he,
I was
big
saying,
built.
like, this dude yoked up. Oh, that's my sister. Okay.
But I should tell dudes, nah, I was cool. Like, listen, man, nah, that's my sister, man. You talk to her, man, as long as you respectful, man, you good. I ain't got no problem with nothing. That's my sister. They ain't, we ain't, that's nah, it's cool.
Man, that's not like the
Yeah,
same thing
man.
I'm gonna say when people try to take out my daughter.
Oh, that's a
Mm-hmm.
whole
Yo.
different. Yeah, I told you, listen, when they come to them daughters, man, you got to be out there like 50 Cent and Den of Thieves. You know, you go in pull a dude in the garage and be a whole garage full of big ass Samoans in there.
Yeah, yeah. Talking about have you ever got your shit pushed in? Like, hold
Get
on,
your
Oh
shit
fam.
pushed in.
shit.
But yeah,
Yeah.
but before we get off, man, Ashley, anything else you want to say, man? Or any insight you want to put in before we get off this pod?
No. I mean, if there's any single men out there in Miami, holla at me.
Hey, hey,
Holla
hey,
at
hey,
your
shoot your
girl.
shot. Shoot your shot. It's your chance. Shoot
Right.
your shot.
Eight and above. Thank you.
What's your Instagram? Hey, let everybody know what your Instagram is.
Lord, you'll get all kinds of messages. You sure you want to do this?
Ashley Nicole, 2 eyes and underscore at the end.
All right, y'all. Y'all heard it right here, man. On whose man's is this?
Yeah.
Hey,
Let me see. Hold on. Before we go, I just want to say, I know I haven't talked to Ashley in a while, but man, it was good to see you again, man. Good conversation. Thank you for even agreeing to join us and shit. I know we could get a
blessing
little
this
crazy
pod.
on
Yes, ma'am.
here.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
But we really appreciate you coming on and everything and giving us your insight. And then just for the people out there, we know, man, dating is different in 2025 and beyond. But you're gonna have to adapt with the times, and also just make sure you're doing things to make sure that you're getting what you want out of it, and definitely don't ignore those red flags, and be confident in yourself and what you want and what you want to get out of it, and don't take nothing less. And always have fun with it if you want to do that, and then when it's time to get serious, do that. But just always be on the lookout and protect yourself out there. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Guap.
yeah. Don't be ripping and dipping. God
You know
damn
what
it.
I mean?
Hey, but
No,
man, again,
do
Ashley,
rip and dip.
this fool. Hey, but Ashley, again, appreciate you joining us, man. Taking time out. You know, like you said, no, you're a single mother, man. I know Bryce around there running around somewhere. I heard him in the background a couple of times. But appreciate you blessing us, man, and like you said, giving us your insight. To whose man's is this podcast? Hey, the re-up, baby. We back. Hey, remember, we on YouTube, and also you can check out our shorts on Instagram, man. So, hey, like, share, subscribe. just check us out, man. We got something to talk about. We got more things coming. This is just a start. It's a new
Yeah, maybe
beginning.
she'll
The
bless us
re-up.
with her presence again. You know what I mean?
You
Next
know
time,
what?
hey, next time we bring
Hey,
you back, man. We'll bring some more people. Have some of your friends out here to give us some more insight on other topics. Relationship topics or whatnot. But again, appreciate you joining us. Appreciate your time. And hey, everybody out there, whose man's is this? We in the building. Appreciate it. Love. We out.